Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, little will, this lesson is edifying. Alright, now, you could basically say, this lesson is linking the Edomites, okay, the descendants of Esau, the children of Edom, to Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon, which is America, okay? And we know that the Edomites, they ruled as the ancient Greeks, all right, Alexander the Great, Ptolemy, Seleucid, Antiochus, Epiphanes, those were Edomites. And they also ruled as the ancient Romans, okay? Julius Caesar, Augustus Caesar, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero, so on and so forth. Those were Edomites, man. All right, and the children of Edom, the descendants of Esau, in the scriptures are known as the wicked. All right, because they're the wicked, man. That's why when you read the book of Maccabees and those Greeks came into power, the scriptures say how Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and the servants bare rule everyone in his place, and they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils multiplied in the earth. Roughly paraphrasing, but the scriptures made the point that evils multiplied in the earth, because who were the people that were ruling? The Edomites, man. And the scriptures speak about what manner of man the ruler of the city is, so are the people. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You see, and this is why, and see, fast forward today, these Edomites rule over this revived Roman Empire, which is America, NATO, and the EU. America being Babylon the Great. You see, and we see why the world is in this vibration, and everyone is in rebellion to the ways of righteousness, the ways of the Lord, because the wicked bear rule. This is Esau's world. This is his age. All right, but soon, as the scriptures say, we look for a new heaven and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, which is the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of Jacob. The age of Israel, the age of Jacob. All right, and this is why the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Okay, so I want to start here in the book of Isaiah chapter 47. Verse 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Now, the daughter of Babylon is speaking of America, but Esau, Edom, okay, the Edomites are synonymous with the daughter of Babylon. All right, I have the book of Psalms. All right, this is Psalm chapter 137, verse 7. It says, "Remember, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that water didst thou serve thus. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." You see, the children of Edom are the ones that are synonymous with the daughter of Babylon. Esau will rule over the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon, the great city, the great whore, which is America. And in the beginning, I spoke about how this is the revived Roman Empire, America, NATO, and the EU. America is an extension of Rome. All right, the fourth beast, the fourth kingdom. Okay, we're still living in, basically we're in the last leg of the fourth beast, the fourth kingdom. Okay, this is Esau's last hurrah. Okay, all right, because even this, you see how this society that we live in today, these things that go on, it mimics ancient Rome. Even when you go into the architecture, okay, these government buildings, the Supreme Court building, they look very similar to what? Greco-Roman temples. The sports stadiums, coliseums. All right, you can look at the American Express card. What's in there? Centurion. Even the holidays, Christmas goes back to the Roman festival Saturnalia. Okay, honoring the god Saturn. New Year's, all right, January 1st goes back to the Roman god Janus, which was the god of endings and beginnings. All right, gates, openings, transitionings, and they're celebrating, the ending of one year, the beginning of another, the transitioning into another is really idolatry. Okay, Valentine's Day goes back to the Roman festival Lupercalia. Cupid is literally the Roman god of love. All right. But Khan, that's the point. All right. You see these things in society that go back, all right, that stem back to ancient Rome, because we were the same people which ruled as the Romans are the same people ruling over us today. Okay, which are the Edomites, man. Okay. So let's go back to Isaiah 47, because how is this end said to come? By fire. Okay, the fiery destruction that the Lord is going to bring by way of the missiles, man. Okay, when you drop down to verse 11, it says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Okay, and when you drop down to verse 14, it says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, there shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. And that's really the point, that the Lord is going to bring forth a fiery destruction. All right, the Lord is going to bring forth a fiery destruction by way of the missiles. Okay, that's really how, all right, the end is going to take place. Okay, the scriptures speak about the lake of fire. Okay, the scriptures say in Revelation 17, speaking of the great whore, how they shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, it keep going into that fire, man. Okay, the flame, the burning flame. All right, even when you read Daniel 7, all right, the beast was taken and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. Roughly paraphrasing. That didn't take place during the ancient Rome, but that fiery destruction, all right, is going to take place during these times, the times that we're living in. Okay, so now from here, I want to go to the book of Isaiah chapter 34. Okay, because like I said, that fiery destruction is going to come by way of the missiles. Okay, now this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. It says, actually, we're going to start at verse 4. It says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. And the heavens being rolled together as a scroll is going into the mushroom cloud, which is going to come by way of the fiery destruction. Okay, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right, and see the sword, all right, represents the missiles. You know, the scriptures going to a glittering sword. The scriptures going to arrows and flying swords. It's speaking of the missiles, man. Okay. All right. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. And Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. Because, and see what this verse is really speaking of, is really speaking of America. All right, which I'm going to go into, is really speaking of Babylon the Great. But Esau, Edom, remember, is synonymous with the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon, the great city, the great whore, which is America, man. Okay, and because the Lord is going to bring forth this fiery destruction to America. Okay, it says, let me drop down to verse 8. It says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day, the smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation it shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever. And I want to put emphasis on what the scriptures say, the smoke thereof shall go up forever. Okay, because America is going to be destroyed by fire. All right, fire burns things. Okay, and that burning emits smoke. So there's going to be smoke coming up from America into the heavens, man. Okay, it says the smoke thereof shall go up forever. Okay, that smoke is going to be rising up, okay, from America into the heavens. Okay, now this takes me to the book of Revelation, chapter 19. And I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, and after these things I heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord Yahweh Shai our God. For true and righteous are his judgments, for he had judged the great whore, all right, the mystery Babylon, which is America, the great city, the great whore, the daughter of Babylon, okay, ruled by who? The Edomites. It says, For he had judged the great whore which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and had avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. And again they said, Alleluia, and her smoke rose up forever and ever, which goes back to Isaiah 34. Okay, because that fiery destruction, okay, that burning is going to emit smoke. That smoke is going to rise up, okay, from America, man, from Babylon the Great. Now, going into the great whore, I have Revelation 17, because we're going to keep, linking these things. All right, this is Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. It says, And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Okay? The great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Now, the great whore, once again, speaking of America, Babylon the Great. But the waters, when you drop down, the waters represent basically many peoples. Okay, there it go. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, because America, okay, is a great melting pot. You could find, all the you could find basically the nations under heaven. You could find them all in America. Chinese man, the Arab man, you can find almost everybody in America, man. And they got certain restaurants for just their food, a Indian spot, a Chinese spot, a so on and so forth spot. Okay, you can find that all in America. Okay? America is a melting pot. All these people, they're here under the name of American. Okay? But let's jump back up. All right? Now, once again, where else can we find this in the scriptures? The great whore, okay, sitteth upon many waters. All right, we can also find this in the book of Jeremiah. All right, and I hope I'm proving that, because some people may think that the great city, the great whore, mystery Babylon the Great, okay, just popped up out of nowhere in the book of Revelation. But America, Babylon the Great, is all the way in the Old Testament. All right, as I showed in Isaiah 47, Isaiah 34, But now we're gonna go to the book of Jeremiah, going into that great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Because when you drop down to verse 12, it says, Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shema Shai, they both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness, man. And that's the point. All right. O thou that dwellest upon many waters. Going back to, all right, Revelation 17. The great whore that sitteth upon many waters. All right. Now let's head back to Revelation 17 and read verse 2. Verse 2 says, With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And the wine isn't speaking of, all right, actual wine. All right, the wine represents, philosophies, ideologies, that people have drunken of. And I bring out this example a lot. For example, the women have drunken of the wine of feminism. You see, that philosophy, that ideology, that, okay. All right. So but where else can we find this? When we go back to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and we jump up to verse 7, it says, Babylon had been the golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shema Shai's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, man. You see these two parallels. Well, you see these parallels between these two chapters. That's because they're both speaking of the same place. They're both speaking of America, Babylon the Great, ruled by who? The Edomites, which is the so-called white man. And let's prove it. Let's drop down to verse 33. Verse 33 says, For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shema Shai of hosts, the God of Israel. The daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. All right, and there it goes. The daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. All right, and what nation of people is linked to the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon, the great city, the great whore? The children of Edom. Okay, They're the ones that are synonymous with the daughter of Babylon. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want to jump up to verse 11 of this chapter. Verse 11 says, make bright the arrows. Now the arrows represents the missiles. We read in Isaiah 34, it spoke about the sword, all right, which represent the missiles. Now in Jeremiah 51, it's speaking about these arrows. These arrows represents the missiles. All right, I have 2nd Esdras chapter 16. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. All right. And what arrows, can be shot to the ends of the world. All right. That's because the arrows that is speaking of aren't literal. The arrows that is speaking of are the missiles, man. The missiles can go from one part of the earth to the other. All right. One continent to another. All right. That's these arrows that the scriptures are speaking of. And that's these arrows that's going to come to Babylon the Greek. Okay. It says, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh Shai raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. The Medes represents Russia. Okay, the Russians, man. All right. And Russia is one of the main, if not the main nation that's going to help take part in the destruction of America, man. Russia is Gog and Magog. Okay, Russia is the Medes, the bear. Okay. It says, for his device is against Babylon. All right, America, to destroy it. And this is how that destruction is going to come. Because it's the vengeance of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, the vengeance of his temple. All right. And I could have sworn we read in Isaiah 34. It said how, for it's the day of the Lord's vengeance, man. Okay. All right. So we're linking these things. Okay. But I want to jump to, I want to go to Isaiah 13, where it also brings up Russia, okay, because going into those arrows, those missiles is what's going to bring forth the fiery destruction. Now, this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. It says, behold, I will serve the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spell children. And Babylon, which is America, okay, ruled by the children of Edom, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High, Yahweh Shai, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You see? And how did the Lord overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? By the way of fire and brimstone. America is going to be destroyed in like fashion by the way of fire, the flame, okay? But by way of these arrows, which are the missiles, man. You see, and this how Babylon's the great end is going to come, And that's really the point, okay? That's really the point of this lesson, okay? All right. Lord, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out again from the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakhakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations.